I'm Ted Page.
And I'm Nancy Page, and we reside in Lexington.
So here's the Tom Fernandez story. We decided to get an addition in our house, and Tom came recommended by the architect. So when we met Tom, who we didn't know at the time, I said, every time I talk to a contractor, I think of all the stories I've heard of people complaining about their contractors. That's all everyone ever does, is complain about their contractors. And I suspect that when contractors get together and socialize, they complain about their customers. So I said, Tom, tell me all the things in advance that I need to do, that we need to do as your customer, so that we can avoid all the things that customers complain about their contractors and that contractors complain about their customers. And he said, well, the number one thing is to stick to a schedule so that you can make decisions and we can move the process forward and you can get the house that you want. And that's exactly what Tom did. He worked with us as a partner, along with the architect. He knew exactly what we wanted, he had a great attention to detail, and he had a schedule that he kept us to in his own nice Tom way.
Which at times was completely overwhelming. We had young children at the time that we were doing our addition. I was working more than full time. We were very busy, and Tom was, you know, oh, the doorknobs need to be picked now, and there was no wavering from picking the doorknob or whatever it was that he, you know, wanted us to get done. And at the time it felt overwhelming, but people couldn't believe that we actually finished on time. And everyone kept saying, oh, you know, your addition, it will go way over. You'll never be on time. So he was a really good, as Ted said, a really good partner in kind of forcing us to make the choices and make the decisions that we needed to make along the way in the schedule to make it work in a very timely manner and make it go very smoothly, so that it wasn't stressful for him coordinating all his subcontractors, or, you know, when whichever person was, the window person was coming, or the, you know, whatever other people were coming. So that was very helpful.
And the upshot was we not only got a great house, but we actually became really close friends with Tom and his wife. So instead of having an experience where, you know, like some people have, where they get a subpar quality product on their house and they hate their contractor and they complain about him, we actually became friends with our contractor and we got a nice house, which I thought that was a pretty good deal.
Double bonus.
Double bonus.
Yes. I think another thing about Tom that worked really well for us was our architect happened to be our neighbor, who recommended Tom very highly because he knew that Tom would completely understand, you know, the needs of our antique house. And Tom was great in terms of, you know, suggesting particular kinds of flooring or understanding that we wanted to match the rest of the house. And he really seemed to have a grasp of making the additions seamless to the rest of a pretty old house. So, you know, and that was in combination with the architect, but he actually had a lot of great ideas himself, suggesting the flooring, was able to take us to another job, show us the floors that he had put in for someone else, and make sure that, you know, we were happy with that idea. Very accommodating in that kind of way.